Hello friends, welcome to this video. So in this video we will look at how to actually zip multiple files into a single zip file using Atom zip library and Filesaver library. As you can see on your screen, this is actually the application zip file generator. So if you want to compress your multiple files into a single file, you can use this application. You can choose right here multiple files right here, and you can see I have selected 5 image files and I need to compress it into a single zip file. Simply I need to click this button. As I click this button, you will actually see my files have been compressed, and it has been compressed into a single file, a zip file. And now I can simply extract it to actually see all the content. So I will show you how to do this. So there is this library called as ADM-zip. ADM-zip is a package or a library that allows you to compress multiple files into a single file. So this is the module npmi. You can use. It's very popular. 5 million weekly downloads are there. So we will be using it in the browser. So in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So the library, you can simply type here JSZip. JSZip, this is actually the library. It's a JavaScript library for creating, reading, and editing zip files with a lovely and simple API. So you can install this library by simply using the CDN. So, or you can also use it as a Node.js module as well. So we actually included the CDN right here. All the source code will be given in the description of this video. So let me start building this application from scratch. So let me delete everything. So I just included the Bootstrap CDN, this JSZip CDN, and Filesaver is a library if you want to download something as an attachment. Filesaver.js is a library. So it allows you to download any file in the browser as an attachment. So we are also using this library as well. So these three libraries we are using: Bootstrap, JSZip, and Filesaver. So now to get started, we will make a simple interface using the container class of Bootstrap. And inside this we will have card, MX Auto, shadow, all these classes. And we will be giving a max width of giving a style here, max width of 600 pixel. So inside this we will define a h1 tag which will simply say zip file generator. And we'll be giving a class of text center to align this heading in the center position. Font size will be 4. Font weight will be bold. Margin from the bottom position 4. So if you refresh your browser, it will look something like this. So after this, we will allow the user to select files. For that, we will have input type is equal to file. We are giving an ID here to it, file input, and multiple we will attach it so that the user can select multiple files. We will be giving a form control class or bootstrap class, and it should be required. So if you just refresh now, you will see this choose file input has been added. Now after that, we will have a simple button. This will simply say generate zip. We're giving an ID here to it of generate zip so that we can target in JavaScript. And this is the bootstrap class, width 100, button primary, margin bottom 4. So there will be this full size button added, full size blue button. This is the interface, and now we can actually write the JavaScript code. So right here We will also be showing a simple status message at the bottom when the zip file is generated. So for that we will have a paragraph. We will give it an ID here to status. So we'll give it a class of bootstrap text center text success. So a green message will be shown to the user when the zip file is generated. So right here we will first of all target using document get element by ID. We have target the button of generate zip. We are given an ID here. So when we click this button, this callback function will execute, and inside this function we will get access to all the files which are selected by the user. So we will be storing that inside a variable which will be file input. So document get element by ID file input. We will get the reference to that element, input element. We have given an ID if you see. So we are simply getting the reference, and then we are simply getting the files. So we can simply say file input dot files. So all the files the user select. So here we will be simply be having a if condition that if the files length is equal to 0. So in that case we will simply alert the user that please select at least one file because the length is 0. So we'll simply return. So after that, if the length is not 0, in that case we will initialize the library which is JSZip. So JSZip can be initialized using this constructor, and now we need to add the files in the JSZip. So we can use a simple for loop const file of files, and for each file we will basically get the just first of all make this as a async function because you will be using await keyword. So we're using await, and we'll simply say file dot array buffer. So we'll get the array buffer of the file, and then we can simply say zip, and it contains a function which is file, which takes two arguments. First the name of the file, file dot name, and the second one is the actual data of the file, so file data. That's all. So if you see, we are using a simple for loop. It is iterating through all the files which are selected by the user. It is getting the file name and the file data, and we are zipping the file, compressing the file. Now we need to download this file. We need to generate the zip file and save it. Now for saving it, we have this function which is generate async, and right here it takes an object which contains two properties: the type parameter, which is actually a blob, and this returns a promise. We can handle this using dot then, and it actually returns a content right here. And here we can actually use the Filesaver library to save the zip file. So this actually contains a save as function, and here we'll be calling this and passing this content and plus the file name. Let me call this as result.zip. So after that we can simply show a message at the bottom of the screen that your file has been generated in the status div, manipulating the text content of it and simply saying that the zip file generated successfully. That's all. So this completes the application. Very simple. So if I go to it, select multiple files. These files can be videos, images, any files. Click on that and you will see zip file generated successfully, and we got our result.zip file. So you see basically this file you can open with any software that you have inside your computer. Simply click extract all. It will extract the files and it will create a folder which is result. and it will contain all these files that you compressed. And this is the benefit of using zip files. So now you can make a simple zip file generator right in the browser itself using this JSZip library, JSZip. And so in this way, so please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well. All the source code will be given in the description, and do check my website freemediatools.com. So in this website I add daily a lot more quality tools, so do check this website also out. So I will be seeing you in the next one.